We've been on vacation. We trying to get stuff together. Forgive us, but none other than my favorite show, Sisters of Leisure, with my sisters Tracey and Michele. Take it away, sisters.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for returning. It's been 2 weeks. I'm sweating. I'm hot. We have to reset and rest, but we're back again. Today is a special day that we came about because we were on vacation. Okay. So now that we're back, we have a wonderful guest. This is a great show. You don't want to miss this. We are Sisters of Legion. My name is Tracey. We're living every day and seeking and understanding real events.
And I am Michele, the little sister.
And today we do have two sponsors. One is Sassy Mose. She is on Instagram and she does CBD sleep drops. And I take a couple of these at night if I'm tired, and it does no THC in it or anything like that. You just take a couple drops at night and it helps you to relax and rest. And that's Sassy Mose on Instagram. Let me let you see that again. And also, I have a candle that I missed. Oh, here it is. Sorry about that. I have candles that we got from a young lady by the name of Nicole. She owns Merge Company, and that's in Phipps Plaza. And the great thing about her is that she has a lot of luxury international products from different countries that she sells. So make sure you check her out in Phipps Plaza in Atlanta. And her company is Merge CO, MERG CO. Thank you.
Okay, are you ready, Gail?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm excited today because we're going to talk about a topic that I believe we all should talk about. And we have a special guest, and her name is LaQuanda Curtis, and she is the owner of C&L Curtis Services. And so I just want to say thank you so much, LaQuanda, for coming to Sisters of Leisure and having this important conversation about finances, insurance, and some other things we're going to discuss. So thank you for coming.
How y'all doing? It's a blessing to be here today. And I count it all an honor.
Oh, thank you, LaQuanda. Oh. Well, I just wanted to get started with you because we had a brief conversation the other day and we were talking about your business and what it is you do. So can you just tell all the millions of people who are watching, because I always say that, about LaQuanda Curtis and her and what it is exactly is C&L Curtis Services.
Okay, C&L Curtis is short for Cordelius and LaQuanda Curtis Services. We offer financial services along with essential services. But today we'll be talking about the financial part of the services. It's a personal and building consultant. I am, me and my husband. And today we'll talk about insurance.
Yes.
The importance of having insurance. Most people don't know the difference between term and permanent.
Yeah.
Term is short for temporary.
Yeah.
And then permanent is lifelong.
Like whole life?
It'll last you till you're 121.
Okay. Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah. And so LaQuanda, we all unfortunately must leave this earth, and so a lot of times a lot of people, lack the knowledge for one of insurance. And a lot of times we lack the understanding of why getting insurance is important. So can you kind of explain that to everyone?
Why we all need insurance, I want you to think about this. It's a lot of GoFundMe pages for when our loved one dies. Mm-hmm. Why do you have to wait until somebody passes to have the money to try to gather up the money to put them in the ground?
Yeah.
We need to start gathering up the money now, meaning putting it into a policy. The reason I say a term policy is a short-term policy, but it costs little of money.
Yeah.
You can get a whole bunch of insurance for a little of money, but it's only for a period of time. It goes anywhere from 10 to 20 to 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
But that's until you can do better. If you can't do no better, then you work with that. That's just to make sure that you have some kind of insurance on
Yeah.
you and on your
Yeah.
family, because you want to make sure that you don't leave your family struggling trying to figure out how they're going to bury you.
Yeah.
And with the term, say for instance that you have a mortgage that you're trying to pay off. If you're at a younger age when you buy that mortgage, that policy will pay off that mortgage, so your family don't have to worry about that if you pass.
Yeah.
It's to take
Yeah.
place of the income. If you're the provider, insurance takes place of the provider. What you've been doing for your family to make sure that if something happens to you, that they got that income to come in until they
Yeah.
figure out the next steps.
Yeah. And that's important because that's another way of like really maintaining wealth within your family and within your community, because a lot of times we don't have it. Things go into foreclosure, things go claimed or whatever, however it goes. And we left with nothing, and then we left with a debt.
Yes.
Especially when people already have their own debt, and then a family can have someone else's debt come into their life. Yeah.
See, I want to touch base on that. My mom died. It's been 8 years now, but 2 months before my mom died, my auntie died in December. This is my why, because when she died, and my mom was over my auntie's insurance and burial and all of that, and she did not have enough insurance.
Mm.
So when it was time to make the arrangements for my mom, I had to settle up with the arrangements for my auntie.
Mm.
Yes.
Wow. I didn't even think about it like that.
Yes. Back in the day, older people had insurance, but they just didn't have enough insurance.
Yeah.
Think about it. They paid all that money. I remember hearing my auntie say, I got to put this aside for my insurance. And they was paying about $40-something for $2,000 or $3,000. They were actually getting ripped off, truth be told. And then I ain't gonna say they was getting ripped out. They could have got it at an older age. Because the older you are, the more it costs.
Yeah.
The younger you are, the cheaper prices.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say, if you don't have anything, we have something called a new term. It's a LB. It's a term that with living benefits. Say Sue had cancer, stroke, or a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
It would pay up to 90% while Sue is still living, because our bills don't stop.
No.
So that's a cushion. We're so used to getting paid on our insurance when we die, and we don't get it. Our beneficiaries get it.
Yeah.
So this one with the new term LB, you can get something while you still live if something was to happen dramatically.
It has to be like a sickness or something like that you can get it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And then on top of that, now let's talk about the permanent insurance. The permanent insurance, it can become a retirement plan, depending on what policies you have, and it's tax-free. And with that being said, let's talk about now. Remember, I was just telling you my story about my mom.
Yeah.
Okay, she had cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So I started calling around trying to find her a facility to go to. And I called Council of America, and they told me they were not taking the red, white, and blue card at the time. Oh, that broke my heart.
What's the red, white, and blue card?
It's a Medicare card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was on Medicare.
Mm.
So they were not taking that card at the time. And since they were not taking it, that kicked her out that program. So with the permanent insurance, you can add on a rider, a long-term care.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody over the age of 65 is going to need long-term care.
Yeah.
If it's in-house nursing, if it's nursing home, only 70% of us gonna need it. And then think about it. How many of you think already got it? It's only 8% of people age 55 already having it. So it's not a lot of people who has long-term care.
Yeah. So that's really important because, when we think about our parents or, if we're wanting to give them a full,
Burial service.
not that's necessarily burial service, but just be able to care for, because,
Okay,
to have someone that you're not able to care for, you want to be able to bring someone in your home or be able to place them somewhere where they can get full service care for themselves. So how would someone get that type of care? Like how do you help people get those insurance? Are you what company do you work with? Is it the C and L services body?
Yeah, I partner with over
First.
200 companies that I can write for.
Okay, that's
So
neat.
yes. So we make sure that if one policy don't fit you, we got something that is going to fit you.
Yeah.
So there's
Okay.
different policies or different programs that you can be set up with.
Yes, different
Okay.
policies. You can do
Wow.
like the term. That term is the temporary.
Mhm.
That's for somebody that, hey, right now I got a little bit of money, but I can get a big amount of insurance.
Mhm.
And then sometimes with the new, you can even put them together right now. It's a good time because think about it. You don't never know when a disaster gonna hit off. If somebody gets sick, and if a policy is gonna step in and be your income and you can benefit off of it, then that's what you want to use. So we can put both of them together. But if you can't afford that, then we're gonna go with the term and make sure that you're covered regardless.
Okay. So like a supplemental insurance along with your life.
Okay, and then the permanent one that I was talking about that can become your retirement fund. You want that to build wealth. You want that for leaving a legacy for your family, regardless. And like I said, it's tax free.
Yeah.
It mimics the 401k. As the money grow, your money grow.
Yeah.
As the market is growing. When the market drop, your money locking in. You don't lose anything.
Okay.
So, and that's with this permanent one, even though it's different kind of permanent ones. But me personally, I'm into making our people have money, save money, and be able to leverage money for their families. We don't want to go through all this process of paying and paying and paying, and we only leaving them a little something.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to say, and I don't know, see, because the insurance, I'm sorry, Tracey.
No, go ahead.
The insurance industry is a big industry. It's big money, right? So I was listening to something with Candy Burris, and she was saying that like how she have her insurance set up to where you can like really become very wealthy if you kind of work those numbers right and do a certain thing. And it's really uncomfortable to really have that conversation if you think about it, but it's a necessary conversation to have, especially when you can really like set someone up for something.
Because my dad always says, he's like, you need to get insurance on me. But I'm like, can a person get insurance on their parents?
Yes.
But that's expensive though, ain't it?
It depends on their age. If they don't have any medical problems, that you can. Now it does get expensive the older you get.
Yeah.
It is expensive the older you get. But if they don't have a whole lot of medical problems too, you could get a good policy on them.
Yeah.
And two, like you were just saying about the building the wealth, with a permanent insurance policy, you can borrow from yourself. This is something that the Rockefeller used to get rich off of. This is something that Magic Johnson them used to get rich off of. This is something that, hey, when I tell you JC Penney's used it, This is something we have missed out on as the middle class, and we're just now getting the information for it. Yes, this is something that we all need. To be honest with you, I have them on my grandkids and my kids. My whole house is insured. And with this policy, this one right here, the one that I've been talking about, the permanent one, you can, if you want to send your kids to college, that's their college fund. You don't have to pay it back. You're not going to be taxed for it. Why pay taxes on the seed? Why pay taxes on the harvest when you can pay taxes on the seed? Think about it. The harvest is great. The seed is just one. You've already paid taxes on, so you're not going to double tax for it. So then, if you want to buy a house, it's there. You become your own bank. And the good thing about it, the death benefit grows too. It don't stay the same. Then when you reach 65, retirement age, you can pull off of that, and that can become one of your retirement plans. Think about it. I know we're talking about insurance, but where do most people put their money at?
In the bank?
Why you put your money in the bank?
Hoping to grow some interest.
Well, no, that's just what I was told to do. Like, I really don't even know. Just put your money in the bank.
I'm gonna tell you, the bank is not the best place to put your money. The bank is only giving you less than 9% on your money. That what the bank does with our money is they take our money and then they put it in a pot with everybody else's money, and they give it to more professional money marketers to go out and lend the money out. They make up to 10 to 15% on their money, on our money, and give us back less than 1% on our money. You want to put your money, even though I'm talking about this permanent insurance, it's also called, it's an IUL. It's an IUL. You put your money in something that's got an interest rate of at least 6, 7. You want your money to double. You don't want your money to sit there. Have y'all ever heard of the rule of 72?
No.
The rule of 72 is when you're putting your money in the bank and they're giving you less than, you take 72 and divide it by your interest rate at the bank. And that tells you how long it's going to take your money to double. Put the interest rate in there, and they tell you how many years it takes it to double. So yes, that's something that you don't want to do. Only time you put your money in the bank is for short-term emergency funds to pay your bills. Anything else that's dealing with your money, you want to have it in an account that your money is working for you double time at all time. So with that, with the long-term care and the permanent insurance policy that I'm talking about, that's one of those that your money will continue to work for you. We don't want to lose no money. We already lose enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We done lost enough time with not knowing what to do with our money.
Ooh, I think that's a word.
Yeah, it is.
See, that's what I do. My main thing is to teach people how money works. You know, that's it. It's a lot of illiterate people. We were not taught about finances.
Yes. I think finance should be taught in school.
Yes.
And it's not. It's only taught in, I think, 9 schools, and it's not mandatory.
Yeah.
It's not mandatory to be taught in school.
Yeah. I was self-taught about
and
money. And it was a wreck, a train wreck for years. Like, I just could not understand. I had no clue about my credit. I had no clue about finance. And, you know, and I'm, quiet as it kept, I'm still a little, you know, on a short, you know, special about it, because I'm still learning and trying to really understand and grasp what it is to build financial freedom and wealth for myself and my children. And it's just like, you know, those are conversations, you know, my dad helped out, you know, he was knowledgeable on things, but you know, it's still something that I still need to kind of dig into.
And see, that's a part of what I do. We're teaching people how money work. We have a how money work book that we send out. With that, that's one of my partners with my company that we do. We're educating people, because if you wasn't taught, how can you teach the next generation?
Yeah.
How can you teach your kids? We can build up all this wealth, but if they don't know what to do with it, then it's a loss, right?
Yeah.
Think about it. Back in the was it 1900s, over 200 million, we own, the Black people own 2 million acres in land. This day and time, it's not, you probably can get less than 200,000 at the most of people owning land. We don't own land anymore.
Yeah.
You need to own land. You need to own property. We need to know how the dollar circulates in our community.
Yes.
See, people are not paying themselves. If they're not paying themselves, the first person, when they get paid, they pay
Paying the bill.
The bills. But think about it. They go get the hair done. They go get their shoes. They go get their outfits. Think about it.
Yeah.
But they're not paying themselves. And we got to learn how to pay ourselves.
Yeah.
Because by the time you pay all that, you're broke.
Yeah, waiting on the next shit.
And you ain't paid yourself anything.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah. You know what? And that right there is, I was always told to pay yourself, but I really didn't even get that.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't understand that, because I just left it in the bank.
Yeah.
And I ended up using
it in the shoebox somewhere.
And see, look, you put it in the shoebox. We was always told too, don't use credit. Don't use credit. Pay for everything with cash. And see, that has set us back too.
Yes.
Think about it, because the world runs on credit.
Yes, it does.
For life insurance, they're checking your credit to get a job. They're checking your credit to get a car. They're checking your credit for everything. And see, now we don't have credit because we were told
not
to use credit.
So
I'm learning so late.
That's real, because we just learned that too about learning how to use your credit. Yeah. Just the little incidentals. Don't overdo it, but that's how you build your credit. Why am I using my debit card and I'm not building no type of credit, no type of history with anybody to be able to buy a house, to be able to buy a car, to be able to afford these other things in life that is so much to me. I don't understand. You can buy a house for $900 a month, but you can rent for $14.
I want you to think about this. When you're using credit, you're using somebody else's money.
Yes.
That's leveraging somebody else's money. You're gonna pay that bill regardless, but you might as well get the 800 credit score behind it.
Yeah. Okay. That's another
That's something that we teach people too. We help build personal credit. I want y'all to think about this. So what we do at C&L Curtis Services, if your credit is jacked up, you want to buy a house, we're going to help you build your credit, get you in the home. We're going to make sure that you're insured yourself. We're going to help you insure your home. Then we're going to help you with the essential services in your home, because we offer gas, wireless, cable, internet, home securities.
Yeah.
We offer all of that. So we're going to make sure that you took care of all the way around at C&L Curtis Services.
I know that's right.
I like that.
So
I like that.
I love that, because that makes a lot of sense, because you not only need the house, you need all the essentials that go within those services. And then you, not only that, hey, we're going to make sure that you're insured, to make sure that if anything was to happen to you, it's taken care of, and we're not leaving anything for your offspring. Yeah. Right. So everything is all at once. That's wonderful.
One-stop shop.
That's it. One-stop shop.
Yeah.
Everything you need, brand name. CNL Curtis got it.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Well, I'll be calling you.
Yeah, exactly. Because
And
that is so important.
I want y'all to think about this too. We also need to, I know I touched base about the education, but we also we need to make sure that we are educating our babies. We got to get this no matter what. And with it not being taught in school, we're the ones that's gonna have to step in and teach it.
Yes.
No matter what.
Yeah.
We got to educate our babies on how money work, teaching them what to do once they get this legacy, because we don't want them to lose the legacy.
Yes. Yes. So do you teach do you also teach children too?
We offer 5 master classes of how money work, and we're looking to get it into the classroom so that the book into the classroom. You got the book?
I don't have it with me. I'm in Atlanta, so I didn't even have it with me.
So we're looking to get the book into the classroom and be able to teach the children and the parents. So I'm looking for my book. We would like to talk to any principals, anybody that's willing to get this in, because think about it. They offer funding for dancing. They offer funding for crafting. They offer funding for everything, science, as they say, the STEM.
The STEM, yeah.
They offer funding for all of that. But think about it. They don't, financing. But think about it. They're not offering anything when it comes to financial education.
Yeah.
They're not how can we get any funding? Put it like that. They're not getting any funding for financial education.
And that needs to be something that needs to be brought up to the government, you know.
Yeah.
The government.
Yeah, they got to
let them know that needs to be offered.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
You know, I think a superintendent of schools or something like that.
I wouldn't even know how to even begin, but how do we get in contact with you?
Yeah, what's your
information? So for the millions of people out there that's listening to LaQuanda.
Well, I thought my husband would have had put my information in the box. My number is 706 528 8105, and it's CNL Curtis. My name is LaQuanda Curtis, and you can reach out to me.
Okay. What about your social media or
the How Money Works is How Money Works /LaQuanda, HTTPS the dots How Money Works /LaQuanda Curtis.
Okay, awesome. Well, we appreciate you today.
And they can go through my Wealth Wave website right there too. Okay. That's a website.
Okay.
And it will click them to How Money Works.
Okay, great. Well, we appreciate you, Ms. LaQuanda. This is some good information for all of us. You know, we're now learning, like Michele said, it feels good to be learning this information and teaching my daughter and my son how money works and how we need to really have life insurance and leave something behind, because you don't want to leave your family in ruins if you don't have to.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah. So this was some really good information, and I appreciate you for and once again, thank you for allowing us to back up a week on you and you coming on today. And this was a really healthy conversation, and it was well needed, and I just love it. I really do love it.
Yes. So if you are watching, everybody, please get in touch with Ms. LaQuanda. Again, her number is 706 528 8105. She can teach you about finances. She can help you with getting life insurance for your family, because you're going to need it.
Everybody.
We're not promised here at all. And we don't want to leave our family without anything to help with your funeral expenses or whatever it is that they need, the doctor bills, whatever the case may be. So please, please, please get in touch with Ms. LaQuanda. Curtis. She will help you get on the right track with all of that. She has great
information.
Great information.
Yeah. So LaQuanda, will you come back and see us again?
Yes, because and if you reach out, I would love to bless people with a free book. Anybody who's looking to find out about it.
Okay.
It's a part of my company. It's one of my partner companies.
Okay.
And this is what we will be teaching out of.
Okay.
For the schools. So yes. And I would love to come back, y'all.
Oh yes, definitely.
Let's see that book again.